Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the feature race at Aqueduct on Friday. Race number 3, it's the $100,000 Memories of Silver Stakes for 3-year-old fillies going 1 1/16 on the outer turf. You can bet this race and the nice card at Aqueduct with a new DRF Bets account. Deposit $100, bet with $250. Learn more at bets.drf.com. Let's meet the field of 3-year-old fillies getting set to go 1 1/16 in the Memories of Silver. Several main track only horses entered. The 5, 2 Dozen Roses. The 7, It Just Hit the Wire. The 8, Take Charge Morella. We'll focus on the horses entered for turf, beginning with the number 1, Her Royal Highness, one of 3 in this race coming out of the Florida Oaks. She improved her Beyer speed figure 12 points in her turf debut, but she finished behind the other 2 Chad Brown trained runners. What'd you think about her trip in that race?
I didn't think she got a great one. I thought she maybe got a little shuffled through that second turn of that race and lost position. I thought she finished pretty gamely in there. And to me, that's a pretty tough race to evaluate, though, Dan. I mean, did she run that much worse than the 2 Chad Brown horses? I don't know, maybe not. But that was a race that came down to a really bunched up finish. I mean, an 11-horse field, I think 8 or 9 of them were within a couple lengths of each other at the end. It's not like either one of the 2 Chad Brown fillies had great trips in there either. Maybe she'll do better in this spot, Dan. I had a tough time talking myself into her, especially when you consider there's just no pace in this race and she doesn't have any speed at all.
It is completely curious, the pace situation. Timeform US makes a guess. We know that there's going to likely be a blue bar situation. I'll agree with that, favoring horses on or near the early lead. But I wouldn't be surprised if any one of these horses is in front after the first quarter mile. I think you and I would agree that this is just going to be a bunched up group and it's going to be a sprint for home.
Yeah, I think they'll go slow early, probably racing a tight pack. If I had to bet on somebody making the lead into the first turn, I might put my money on the 6.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit of a guess. I'm not really sure who's going to be on the leader. They have the 3. I can't really argue with it, but I really don't know who's going to be on the leader.
Well, let's talk about the number 6, Aunt Hattie, going out for Bill Mott, and this horse couldn't get it done at Gulfstream, so Mott found some easier spots at Tampa Bay, and she exits a hard-fought win coming from just off of the pace. This is a pedigree that should appreciate extra distance, extra maturity. It seems like she's going the right way. As a late foal, I think that she has a lot more improvement. I just wonder if this is the right spot for her to be making her stakes debut. I don't see why not. I think this is a very evenly matched group, and she'll be a good price.
I agree with all that stuff. I mean, it's a short field, so I don't know, how big a price she could be, but with the 2 Chad Browns in here, she should be at least a square price in this race. I thought she ran fine last time. Very confidently ridden, I thought. Took the race over, got headed in the stretch, but she had something left in there, and she won. She wound up winning at the end. I think she's sort of improving from start to start. She's very hard to ride, very headstrong early in her races. If I was Junior Alvarado and I was riding in a 5-horse field with no speed, I wouldn't fight her. She pulls early in the races. I would just let her go and put her on the front.
The number 3, La Fève, is on the lead according to Timeform US, and that blue bar situation would give La Fève, or anybody that makes an easy lead, a major advantage. Now, La Fève finished just behind Blowout in the Florida Oaks. I thought she had a slightly worse trip. Both horses were in behind, turning into the lane. Blowout was at least able to get out in mid-stretch and make a determined late run. La Fève, I don't really think ever got truly clear, but it looked like she had some pace late.
I agree with all that. I think she ran fine in her stateside debut, the Swedish Chant. Those were probably 2 better horses. I didn't think she ran great, but I thought she ran fine. Last time she just never came clear. And as you say, her stablemate did eventually get clear, and she didn't. Personally, I don't know how much horse she actually had in there, but she certainly didn't get clear to run, and so she has at least a little bit of an excuse in that race.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Memories of Silver Stakes. I have a feeling that you're not a fan of the Florida Oaks, and thus you're going to go with the number 4, Feel Glorious, who returned to make her seasonal and North American debut for Christophe Clement. And I thought she was very visually impressive, winning her 1X condition at Gulfstream. And again, this is an evenly matched race, and because she's not dropping out of graded stakes, she might actually be a playable price.
Yeah, that's exactly how I looked at it. More than anything else, it sort of goes to what you were saying. The Florida Oaks, I'm not really sure how I feel about the race. I think, obviously, the 2 Chad Brown fillies anyway could both be pretty good. So far, I'm not blown away by them. And this horse, to me, was very impressive winning her stateside debut. I don't think she was beating these kinds of horses, but she won that race as easy as you could win a race. Always had a lot of horse. I mean, ran right over the leaders when she got clear in the stretch, and had a big finish at the end. I really liked that performance from her. I'm willing to take a chance with her in this race.
And she's already stakes placed in Germany. She faced a gate-to-wire winner that day. It'll be interesting to see if she can overcome the pace, because maybe of the 5, she's the one I would least likely think is going to be on the lead. Maybe she'll be near the back of the pack. But again, if this turns into a sprint, she looks like she can kick. As for Blowout, she was a little bit eager in the early portion of the Florida Oaks, her only her second lifetime start. Jose Ortiz got her in between horses and in behind horses, got her to settle down. She did get clear in the stretch. She came with a run. She was just no match for the favorite, Concrete Rose. I like the way she galloped out. She's got a really nice pedigree, and I think she can be close to the pace in here and maybe get the jump on some of the others. Unfortunately, the price is just not very appealing, but Blowout's going to be my top selection in here. You're going Feel Glorious. Give me numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the Clement horse on top, and then I went 2-3 underneath her with your horse Blowout second here. I like both of her races. I kind of prefer her to the other Chad horse.
And I'm going to go 2, 3, 4 in the $100,000 Memories of Silver Stakes, your feature race at Aqueduct on Friday. Make sure you bet the race and the card with a DRF Bets account. Deposit $100, bet with $250. With DRF Bets, it's as easy as ready, set, bet. Approximate post time for the 3rd at Aqueduct on Friday, 2:30 Eastern. Good luck.